Take a look at the Southern California coastline. The Port of Los Angeles operates at a massive industrial scale, moving millions of shipping containers and generating billions in trade every single year. But right now, the historical footprint of this waterfront is being erased. Developers are pouring $500 million into a 42-acre project called West Harbor, replacing the familiar boardwalks with a mile-long retail and dining complex. This construction is racing against an aggressive clock. In 2026, the harbor will host massive FIFA World Cup watch parties, and just 2 years later, the 2028 Olympic sailing events will take place on these exact same waters. Planners project over $1 billion in regional economic impact as millions of international tourists flood the immediate harbor area. This influx of capital shifts the neighborhood's reliance on industrial logistics toward a tourism-heavy economy, forcing a working-class port town into the mold of a global destination. Yet, just blocks away from the water, the reality looks vastly different. Walk down Pacific Avenue or 6th Street, and you'll find a growing number of empty storefronts and faded signs. The city recently designated this corridor a Jedi Zone, a jobs and economic development incentive area. That is a bureaucratic label applied to neighborhoods struggling with high unemployment, where families are surviving on limited incomes. Generational shop owners, local artists, and longshoremen are now watching high-end hospitality groups and Michelin-recognized restaurants set up shop just down the street. It creates an intense, quiet anxiety among the people who built this community. The math of gentrification is often unforgiving. As property values rise to meet the new megadevelopments, local operators face the immediate threat of being priced out and made invisible in their own hometown. While capital builds the physical waterfront, the cultural identity of San Pedro is being sidelined by the same concrete and steel. Amidst this rapid corporate expansion sits a quiet, stubborn survivor, a 1922 brick building located at 363 West 6th Street. Step inside, and the space wears its scars openly. You see exposed timber, layers of peeling paint, and deep water damage left behind by decades of punishing Los Angeles rainstorms. Deep in the basement level, a new project is taking root under the name Voxel. Decades ago, founder Alan Wolf launched an ambitious medical imaging venture by that exact same name. Despite his mind and effort, the business failed. In the business world, a failed venture is marked as a loss. But here, the name is being reused as a tribute to Tenacity, serving as a reminder that a failure is often just a rough draft for a future success. This building serves as the physical and emotional base for a community, working to maintain its own voice. That basement is now the home of Voxel Microm Video Labs, a podcast and broadcast studio designed to help local mom-and-pop shops build their own production capabilities. Small businesses relying on physical foot traffic risk being ignored. To compete, they must project their stories across a digital network. A video podcast bypasses construction, intercepting the smartphones of global tourists, introducing the community before they step foot in San Pedro. Voxel operates as a strategic tool for local businesses. It allows a small shop to amplify its message, turning a local conversation into a much wider broadcast. Consider a business owner who shares their history and process on camera. By doing so, they build a direct, trusted connection with their specific niche of customers. Instead of watching the incoming mega developments with dread, that same owner can use the regional spotlight to draw attention to their own specific services. The impending wave of Olympic sailors and World Cup fans becomes a captive audience for local operators who have already established their presence online. By mastering digital storytelling, the community changes the economic dynamic. They help ensure the people who built the town are the ones who benefit from the city's growth. The timeline is set. In the summer of 2026, the international fan zones will hold their ribbon-cutting ceremonies right as Voxel Labs officially opens its doors. This is an invitation to the business owners of San Pedro. Bring your fears, your history, and your untapped potential to the microphones. You have to record your history now, before a new wave of corporate branding writes the story for you. The phoenix rises with its people, and when San Pedro speaks through Voxel, the local community ensures its voice is part of the global conversation.